Good evening. This is the Comic Book Shop of Doom, and I'm your host. This video is not for children, so if you're under 13, please get your parents' permission to watch this video. If anything, get mom and dad to sit down and watch this with you. You could ask questions if there's something you don't understand. I try to keep these clean, these videos, but this has got a lot of adult topics in this one. So if you're a child and you're under 13, get out of the room. Do not watch this video. Okay, here's your nightly news on the Comic Book Shop of Doom for Thursday, June 25th, 2020. R.I.P. to Louis John Carlino. He was a filmmaker. He did The Great Santini and the movie Haunted Summer. So he was a screenplay artist. So he wrote screenplays, and he was a movie director. So he passed away recently. Okay, Gaumont Television is developing a TV version of Phantom of the Opera. So Gaumont is a French company. They do Narcos on Netflix. Twister is going to be remade at Universal. Disneyland the opening is delayed until the government gives the okay, according to Disney. They've had some problems with the unions on this, so I think they didn't want to cause any waves. Gone with the Wind is back on HBO Max with a disclaimer talking about the slave era because it's a Civil War movie. So they added some things just telling people the history of the movie and stuff. Mulan, it's being questioned if it's going to be released on July 24th, so they may hold off on that. There's a movie at the Cannes Virtual Film Market. Because they canceled the Cannes Film Festival, they're having a virtual market. And there's a bidding war. $75 million so far for Antoine Fuqua, who's going to direct it. Will Smith is going to star in it. It's a runaway slave movie called Emancipation. So there's like 5 or 6 companies that are looking at buying this movie. So there's a bidding war. Hobbs and Shaw director David Leitch is directing Sony's movie Bullet Train. Skybound will have a virtual convention headlined by Robert Kirkman, creator of The Walking Dead. He's also a partner in Image Comics. Scream 5 is a go from Spyglass and Paramount Pictures. Netflix has a rom-com with a title, The Hills Have Eyes for You, so it's a comedy. Sounds like a horror spoof. Okay, 2005's extended cut of the Fantastic Four movie is going to HBO Max. David Ayer, who directed the original Suicide Squad movie, has shot down rumors that there's more Joker footage of Jared Leto. At one time, there was all these rumors that there was enough footage of the Joker in that to have another movie. He says no. Okay, the Comic Book Legal Defense Fund, the scandal where one of their president, they let him go for some kind of sexual accusations 15 years ago. One of their former employees, when she left, she signed a non-disclosure agreement. So they're hiding something there. Dark Horse editor Scott Ali is accused of prolonged sexual abuse. Dark Horse and Mike Mignola have cut ties with him. Okay, Wonder Woman 3 and the Amazon spinoff that was planned by DC and Warner Brothers is on pause right now, according to Patty Jenkins. She's the director of the 2 Wonder Woman movies, the one that's coming out now in October. Okay, Netflix is sued by the Sir Arthur Conan Doyle estate over a movie about Sherlock Holmes' sister, so they still hold the copyrights on that stuff, even though the guy's been dead I don't know how long. Okay, Blumhouse wants to take over Universal's Dark Universe franchise, so all those original horror movies, Frankenstein, Bride of Frankenstein, Dracula, The Wolfman, Creature from the Black Lagoon, they want to reboot all those movies with low-budget remakes. Dan Didio wanted to kill off Dick Grayson Nightwing in the DC Comics. There's going to be new UFC figures by Jazzwares. You can pre-order them at ringsidecollectibles.com. Okay, this is going to get salty. We got the wrestling report, and it's going to be some more bad stuff with all the speaking out movement going on. Before that, though, Sarah Logan is going to leave wrestling. She was released by WWE, so she's getting out of the wrestling business for a little bit. There's going to be a new taping schedule in WWE for the TV tapings because almost 24 people have tested positive for COVID-19 in the WWE tapings, talent and backstage people. So they're not releasing names because it's a HEPA thing, but there's a lot of people that this is a mess. This is a real bad mess. MLW has signed a super heavyweight, a guy named Calvin Tankman. John Moxley and QT Marshall were off AEW Dynamite because they came in contact with some people that had COVID-19. So possible exposure. So they didn't want to jeopardize anybody in the locker room. Okay, Eric Angle, Kurt Angle's brother. Now this guy's had a lot of problems and stuff. He's on fines and probation. He was involved in a steroid ring. Attack Pro Wrestling in the UK is shutting down as a result of the speaking out movement, where a bunch of people on their roster got accused. I haven't seen any names from that yet attached with that promotion. But here's the rest of the people. Okay, Julian Pace and Jay Skillett, formerly of WXW in their school, so West Side Extreme Wrestling in Germany. Hangman Adam Page, now he hasn't been accused, but he deleted his Twitter account. So it's deactivated, so people are wondering why he did that. He just don't want to be involved with the toxicity. So we will wait and see on him. Mike Quackenbush and Icarus from Shakara. Icarus is accused of pictures with an underage girl bragging that she likes it rough. And Mike Quackenbush has got a bunch of stuff. He had a girlfriend on the side. He's married. Accusations of racism, all kinds of stuff. So here's what happens. He's shutting down Shakara. So like I said, this stuff is all accusations. None of it's been proven yet. Dave Lagana may have been fired from WWE for sexual harassment back like 15 years ago. Austin Theory has been accused of inappropriate behavior with a 13-year-old girl. Marty Scurll has admitted to a brief sexual encounter with a 16-year-old girl. So he's the head booker for Ring of Honor. So if you see him getting fired from that job in the next week, it's not really a surprise. So he's admitting to some stuff. That's bad. Brock Lesnar supposedly shows his privates to Terry Runnels. And then a guy named Jeff Duncan, he's a co-owner of a Canadian federation called Extreme Canadian Championship Wrestling. That's over like in Vancouver on the west side of Canada. He's been accused of some stuff with that from promotion, so they forced him out. There's a new way to pitch ideas to Vince McMahon since Paul Heyman's been removed from the creative process. Okay, a guy that was in NXT, Cesar Bononi, he was cut. He had a 30-day non-compete. He was seen in the AEW Dynamite crowd. So they're thinking that he may be working for them. So yeah, 24 possible COVID-19 cases in WWE. So this is a mess. No more friends and family in the WWE TV crowd because of that. Peter Dunne, the fans are accusing him of keeping silent on all the stuff going on in the UK with the speaking out movement, so he hasn't said anything. Impact is teasing the Aces and Eights returning at Slammiversary. Okay, Gallows and Anderson were contacted about the WWE Saudi lawsuit, but they say they didn't give any info. Keith Lee had his drink spiked by a woman in Houston back in the day, so he's saying that not all victims are women, it could be men too. Discovery Channel in Italy has signed a deal for WWE programming, and Charlotte Flair may have a TV series coming. Ric Flair has said that an actual company wants to do a TV series, and she's been offered a part. Everybody have a good night.